And you heard what Crosby said about Melnyk.
Well, Melnyk started it. Melnyk was the one that called.
I think I respect how Crosby said.
That's a tough loss.
Melnyk likes to, hear himself talk, and he's not going to respond to it.
That's right. That's because Melnyk basically went out and said Crosby should be suspended for 10 games, suspend him for a year, dock his pay. I think the guy wanted the death penalty over a slash.
And guys get hit like that 10 times a game.
That's my point. I think Melnyk overreacted with his comments.
Well, Melnyk should be quiet because Crosby is one of the best players in the world, and he has been abused over and over and over.
That is very true. Just look at the film from Philadelphia, Pittsburgh a few years ago in that series, and what the Flyers did to Crosby. Giroux and a bunch of other players were constantly slashing his hands. It's unfortunate when you deal with it. Johnny Gaudreau dealt with that earlier this year as well. Superstars get that because teams think that's the way to slow them down, and I don't know. I don't think Crosby meant any malice with that slash, and it's unfortunate what happened to Mathot.
Yeah, but whether he meant malice or not, you get caught in the heat of the moment, right?
Yeah.
And it's not his M.O., so I really don't fucking understand why the owner of a team comes out and tries to be judge and jury and cop.
Because he's got an investment, and his investment just took a hit.
Got hurt.
As I said, he's an owner. He's got an investment, and his investment just took a serious hit.
Yeah.
That's what he's whining about.
Pissed off because his guy got hurt.
Yeah, he said that years ago when I think it was Carlson who got his Achilles tendon slashed.
Exact same thing.
That's right. Exactly. You're right.
But the guy who did it was a scumbag.
Yeah, that was. That's right. That was also a Pittsburgh player.
Yes.
Who had a different reputation than one of Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, I agree with Melnyk on that. This guy was.
Guys. Let me see how good your memories are. Do you remember when Wendell Clark came to the Toronto Maple Leafs and they played against the Philadelphia Flyers and he was fucking crushing everything in sight? And Schneider came on TV and said that he was malicious and he should have been suspended and he was not a player to play in the NHL. Do you guys remember that or not?
Ed Snyder is exactly a vocal owner like Melnyk is. He was exactly the same way.
You can't compare the two. Schneider's the real deal. Was the real deal.
He rushed in
Snyder.
peace.
Yeah, Schneider was a real deal. You can't compare the two. Do you guys remember that when he came out, when Wendell Clark was just creaming everybody?
Well, Billy would know that was Wendell's game, right? I mean, the guy had 34 goals in his rookie year and had like 50 fights, right? The guy.
But Wendell Clark was a real player. He wasn't just a fighter. He was a franchise player. His blood is all over those boards that they took apart at Maple Leaf Gardens.
Yep.